So hello and welcome back everyone to the 28-day challenge following the processes and principles from the book The Magic, which is the sequence book from The Secret. We are on day 18. We only have 10 days left to go. Can you believe it? Look at that. I'm so proud of us. This is a true commitment. And actually this has been holding me accountable, so thank you so much to you and YouTube. Day 18 is the magical to-do list. I like a to-do list. Do you like a to-do list? This will be interesting. If my to-do list can get more magic, that would be super awesome. Okay, let's just get straight into it. So the first quote of the book says, "The world is full of magical things waiting for our wits to grow sharper." So she begins. Really, when you think about it, gratitude is your best friend. It is always there for you, always available to help you. It will never fail you or let you down. And the more heavily you lean on it, the more it will do for you and the more it will enrich your life. Today's magical practice will show you how to lean on gratitude even more, so it can do more magical things for you. Oh, I like the sounds of this. Every day there are little life problems that come up and that need solving. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed if we don't know how to solve a situation. Maybe your problem is that you don't have enough time for all the things you need to do. Yes! Can you relate? And you're at a loss because there are only 24 hours in the day. It may be that you feel overwhelmed from work and you want more free time, but you can't see any way to have it. You may be at home taking care of children and you're feeling frazzled or exhausted, but you don't have the means to get support to give you time out. You may be faced with a problem that needs fixing, but you have no idea which way to turn to fix it. You may have lost something and tried your best to locate it, but had no luck. Or you might want to find something like the perfect pet, perfect babysitter, perfect hairdresser, amazing dentist or doctor, and despite your best efforts, you haven't been able to find what you need. You could be in an uncomfortable situation because of something a person has asked you to do and you don't know how to respond to them. Or you could be in some kind of dispute with someone and instead of getting it resolved, things seems to be getting worse. Oh, I hate that feeling. The magical to-do list practice will help you with any little day-to-day problems when you don't know what to do or when you simply want something to be done for you. You will be amazed at the results. When you combine gratitude's magical power with the law of attraction, people, circumstances and events must be rearranged to do what you want done for you. You will not know how it will happen or how it will be done for you, and that is not your job. Your job is simply to be as grateful as you can be for what you want done right now as though it were done. And then let the magic happen. Today, create a written to-do list of the most important things you would like to be done or resolved for you. And title your list the magical to-do list. You might put things on your list that you don't have time to do or don't want to do, along with any current problems from the smallest day-to-day things to bigger life situations. Think through any area of your life where you need something resolved or done for you. When you've finished making your list, choose 3 things from your list to focus on today, and one at a time, imagine that each item has been magically done for you. Imagine that all people, circumstances and events have been moved to do it for you, and it is now done. All done, all sorted, all solved for you. And you're giving massive thanks in return for it having been done. Spend at least 1 minute on each of your 3 items believing it is done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. You can follow the same practice on the rest of the items on your list at another time. But there is power in simply putting the things you want done on the magical to-do list. Remember that the law of attraction says like attracts like, and that means that when you are grateful for the solutions as though you have them, you will attract everything you need into your life to resolve the situation. Focusing on problems attract more problems. You have to be a magnet to be the solution, not a magnet to the problem. Being grateful that you have the solution and that it has been resolved attracts the solution. To demonstrate how powerful this magical practice is, I want to share a story with you about my daughter who used this practice to attract her lost purse back to her. After being out one night, my daughter discovered the next morning that she did not have her purse, and she had no idea where she may have lost it, or even if it had been stolen. She called the restaurant where she had been for dinner, the taxi company she used to come home, the local police station, and she searched the streets and knocked on surrounding doors, but no one had found her purse. Other than the fact that my daughter's purse contained the usual precious thing in it, including all her bank and credit cards, driver's license, cash, her biggest concern was that her purse contained no current contact information. Because she had been overseas for some time, she didn't have a publicly listed phone number, and with a common surname, there seemed to be no hope. But despite the seemingly impossible obstacles, my daughter sat down, closed her eyes, and got a picture of her purse in her mind. She visualised that she was holding her purse in her hands. She opened her purse, she went through all of its contents, and she felt enormous gratitude that she had her purse and everything in it back in her hands. For the rest of the day, whenever she thought of it again, my daughter imagined she had the purse in her hands, and she felt an enormous elation and gratitude for that purse had been returned to her. Later that night, she received a call from a farmer who lived 100 miles away saying that he had found her purse. The extraordinary part of this story is that the farmer had found the purse in the street outside my daughter's home in the early hours of the morning, and he immediately searched the purse looking for contact details. He made several calls in trying to find its owner, but to no avail, and so he gave up and drove back to the farm with the purse. But while he was walking out in the fields at his farm, the purse kept nagging and nagging at him, and he decided to search through it one last time. He found a small piece of paper with a man's Christian name written on it, and so he put the Christian name together with my daughter's surname and called directory assistance. There was just one listing for that Christian name and surname. The farmer called the phone number, and it was the home of my daughter's father. To this day, we do not know how the farmer got that phone number, but it was an unlisted number. We called directory assistance ourselves several times after this happened, and the response every time was, "Sorry, there is no listing for that name." From 100 miles away, through the most extraordinary sequence of seemingly impossible events, my daughter's wallet was returned to her intact. She fulfilled her part in being grateful that she had her wallet back, and as must happen, gratitude performed its magic and moved every person, every circumstance and event to return her purse to her. The magical power of gratitude is available for you to use as well, and it always has been. You just had to discover it for yourself and learn how to use it. I am, just loving, because gratitude's one of those things where people talk about it and you're like, I want to do that, really, take it seriously, but you don't, you're like, right, I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for the sky, the sun, but this book teaches you how many ways to practice that in your day-to-day life. That's what's so amazing about it, like it's so powerful in my opinion. So let's just summarise practice number 18. The magical to-do list. Step 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Step 2, create a written list of the most important things or problems you need to get done or solved. Title your list the magical to-do list. Step 3, choose 3 of the most important things from your list and one at a time imagine that each thing has been done for you. Step 4, spend at least 1 minute on each thing, believing it is done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. Step 5, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, "Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day." There we have it. We will be on the countdown as of tomorrow. That's exciting. But as I said, I think in a few videos ago, I'm going to go through it again and redo it so that it's just implanted. I think doing the blessings in the morning and the rock in the evening, I'm certainly noticing my entire filter is just filtered to look for all of the good stuff that's happening in life and throughout the day. So I am getting so many benefits so far. I hope you are too. And my bones and muscles ache from a few days of boot camp, so I am going to go and get started on this and then rest. So thank you so much for joining. I will see you all tomorrow for day 19. Mwah.